Far as I'm concerned, if it's people hating, they can still suck a been a drill, bitch, I'm sick. Urban deals with this shit. Real niggas always gonna excel for
wait. Bitch, I'm good, yeah, I'm straight. Hit the wood, it was late.
high as fuck, feeling great.
Wait, fuck, never mind.
Hey guys, so today is Tuesday, December 17th, and right now, I got up a little later than expected. Like, I didn't hear my alarm, like I put it on loud. I don't know what the fuck, like I guess I cannot work technology now. I still feel a little uneasy from, I think my dream and just being very stubborn right now, and I don't want to stay in this stubbornness and this resistance, because to speak certain things to people and to really allow yourself to be vulnerable with those people that you call your family, the ones that you love the most, the ones that are dear to you, it's like it should be easy, you know, that's what you would think, but it's like, for me, it's hard, and because I overthink it, and I'm so just hesitant and just like not want to rock the boat, not want to face any confrontation. But it's like not all confrontation is bad. It's like you have to confront the issue, like go face it and say what you need to say. That's me. I want to get up into some deep breath exercises. I'm not gonna say meditation, because I found that yesterday me trying to get into a meditation was hard as hell. It was like I was in that place where like I was comfortable because I could kind of see colors, so that was nice. But at the same time, my thoughts were still running, and I was trying to just like calm them down, because my thoughts, I could tell that the pitch of them, they were kind of high, or by the speed of the thoughts, they were kind of like coming in like super quick. So I probably felt like if I would have stayed in it maybe like 5 more minutes, then they probably would have like ceased. But I was in there for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. No, it wasn't the whole 20, because I had Eric Bellinger. I think his name is Bellinger. I always say Bellinger, and I'm so sorry if I say it wrong. But his song Meditation Music, and it's actually 20 minutes long, and he basically starts out like close your eyes, take a deep breath, you know, but he's singing, and it's a nice song to, if you need music and you don't really like the regular just like mantras and things like that, and just typical meditation music, calming music and stuff. It's a nice alternative, and it has like a lot of great words in there. Like it talks like frequencies, chakras, and then it's so crazy because I was trying to work on mine, and yeah, and it's really, I think I was all over the place, because I really was trying to do like a balance in my meditation, but I think there was more to what I was gravitating to. I really wanted to try to do a balance anyway on myself, because I haven't tried it in a minute, and that's what I basically need. And I'm just trying to get myself grounded this week, because that's the goal, is to be grounded, and then allowing whatever it is that comes my way to, you know, come my way. I'm proud of myself though, for one thing. For one thing, I want to say this out loud so I hear it and I embrace it. I was proud of myself for not avoiding my brother yesterday. I want to get to a space where I don't shelter up and like, constrict myself. So I was good. Like, that's very good. So I'm gonna get into my day. Bye, y'all. Today is today's 18th. It's Wednesday, and I feel very good. And I was up a little late last night, and watching a lot of videos and just thinking about the future and where I want to be. And also I was getting a lot of synchronicities and confirmation, so that made me feel good. But today I woke up to the sound. Well, first it was my alarm at 7:45, and y'all cannot get up before 9. I cannot get out this bed before 9. But tomorrow I'm gonna intend that I get up. Like, when that alarm goes off and I hear it, I'm gonna get my ass up and start like an earlier routine at like 7. And I was just like getting myself together and breathing, and first sound I heard was my heart. And I just felt my heart beating, like it was beating right here and then beating, like shooting out of my back. And it was just really nice to hear, because I haven't just took time, like I haven't really just like felt my heart in a minute like beat. Not saying I'm dead, but you know, just like hearing it in your ears and hearing it, like that feeling you get when you're high and you can like hear your heart. Like you hear your heart, you know, it's not your ear throbbing, it's literally like you can feel it, and like you hear it. I was hearing my heart beat, and I was just sitting there, and then I was just smiling because I was like, you're alive. And it felt good to feel alive, to just hear that part of myself. And it made me smile. It made me just like, yeah. And I got my ass up, like. And I love the way that my mirror is positioned, because whenever I get up, I just like look at myself in the mirror. And that's a nice way to start today. I didn't write a schedule out last night because I was like, man, I'm gonna just get up and go ahead, do my routine, my morning routine, and then we'll see what pops up first to do, and we'll try to do that. So the best conversations I have are the ones when I'm not on camera. So I'm trying to get to this place where I'm more comfortable and I can say the things, like when I'm having these conversations with myself and really just talking about like how proud I am of myself out loud, and just rehashing and like reflecting out loud and hearing my voice. It's like I want to share that. So I wrote these things that I was grateful for, and it's just like for me. And then I stopped writing because I wanted to talk about it. And I want to start with saying I'm grateful for the emotions that guide me to the lessons of the deep, cool hues of my soul. That means that I'm grateful for those emotions like anger, bitterness, jealousy, the sadness of especially like depression, and that the things that spark my anxiety, like fear and overwhelmingness. But when I'm overwhelmed and or trying to do so much and I haven't planned it, I haven't really thought about it, and just trying to like do it well or perfectly, like shit like that, is when I find myself in this space, my shadow or my darkness, the dark part of my soul that you don't see every fucking day, but it's like that deep shit. And I stopped right where I have another one. And I said, the thoughts, I'm grateful for the thoughts that fade one by one when I'm on the destination to alignment and harmony. And that one is talking about my meditation. When I'm in meditation, and I'm trying to look at this one, but it's like, I won't look at myself, so fuck it. It's just, I'll be back and forth. But yeah, I'm just thankful for that in meditation, when they kind of like fade, and then it's like, I just find myself, it's like, I'm aware of everything that's happening, and then it's like, I'm just breathing. And I'm just in this space where it's calmer than usual. And not every time I get to that space of just complete, what's the word? Stillness. But I just take note of my progress each time that I've done it, you know, these past 3 days, because today's Wednesday. I just see a difference, and I'm just so proud about that. Utilizing the concept of time and working smarter in mundane tasks. So that's like the everyday things that I do, like doing a routine, or when I thought about, because I'm going to record a video later today, and I need to go get some rainwater from outside. So I said, you know, when I get up, go make my tea, while my tea is in the microwave or my water is, you know, heating up, I'm going to go outside and fill up my water bottle so I have things I need for my video. And then once my tea gets done, you know, just like I'm going to gather that, so I have that ready. And then after I get my tea, I can just come back, drink my tea, get myself together, centered, or whatever, just enjoy my tea. For me, that's like self-care, pleasure. And then I can get to business, get to work, get to my creative project and fulfill that and check that off today. You know, just things like that, thinking smarter and trying to utilize everything and not run yourself ragged, but just like you're planning it out in your head and everything just comes and feels effortless. Like, that's the shit I'm so grateful for it. And you can be more aware and more in tune with yourself and do things better and just improve. I'm always trying to improve. So that's what I'm grateful for. And I was having this conversation, and the thing that I wanted to share on camera, the most important thing was, I struggle with depression a lot when I allow myself to sit and soak. The biggest lesson for me of 2019 has been my idea of what I thought losing someone was. And then that triggered abandonment issues from my childhood with my parents. It triggered relationships with past lovers and those situations that made me feel unworthy and undeserving. And then I just kept feeling that in my depression when I'm sitting, I'm sleeping for 16, basically 20 fucking hours, and binge watching shows and just binge watching and literally sitting watching shows back to back to back whole fucking day. Haven't consumed any water, hydrated myself, and my kidneys, my bladder is like aching because I haven't used the bathroom. I'm just sitting, you know, and it's like, when I'm in a depression, all forms of self-care go. That's the first thing that goes, is like how I take care of myself, like the things with my body. Like, literally, it's basically like I shut my body down and I don't use the goddamn thing because I don't want to feel anything. Because I felt so much, like I feel the sadness and the depression. It's like this big cloud, and it's like, shit, I just soak in it. So I think the biggest thing from this year has been seeing that that's not gonna work. That don't fucking work anymore. We can't do that, because me laying up for months and months at a time and really having that shit hit back to back to back, it's like, okay, if it's gonna come, when it's gonna come, because that's the process. That's how you get triggered. That's how you grow and evolve and learn the lessons that you need to for yourself, for your soul to elevate. Then you have to develop healthy coping mechanisms to get your ass out, because that shit does not work. And I think some positive ways that I can do that is, don't try to like go for the TV so much. Don't like do things differently. Choose to do something different to get a different result, to get you out of that space, to get you out of that low vibration and raise your shit higher. Like I said, I love playing this word game on my phone, and it's like when I'm playing that word game, I plant this seed in my head. Like if I can figure out this level and decode this word, this puzzle, I can figure myself out and decode this shit that's going on in my mind and get myself back in this space of, okay, yeah, I got this. I understand that made me feel this way. It's just a conversation that needs to be had. Just express how you feel. Cry if you need to. Don't put up that wall where, because honestly, I hate crying. You know, I understand the benefits, but I'm trying to get in this space where it's okay and you don't have to hate it. It's a wonderful thing. It heals you and transforms you, but I hate allowing myself to be vulnerable and crying in front of people when that same energy is not reciprocated. But that's also a thing of control for me, because it's like you can't control how anybody else reacts. You know, you cannot do that. So all of that, like this whole little thing has just been making me see myself in a better light and how to deal with me better, because that's what I was saying. I was like, I just don't feel like I'm healing myself the way I should. Just being hard on myself, extra critical and judgmental. But the truth of the matter was that, yeah, you could be doing better. You can be doing better. You can feel the shit now. You are aware when it happens. So accept it for what it is. See the truth in your depression. Ask what your depression or whatever feeling that you're having, emotion, whatever you're feeling, ask what it's trying to teach you and what it's trying to see about yourself. Because it's leading you to that deep part in yourself that needs attention, needs love. And yourself just needs you to give a damn and to choose differently. So that's it. That's the gem that I want to share for y'all. It's like in that moment of my third day practicing, because I got amazing today. It just felt amazing. And I said my affirmations and I recorded myself saying my affirmations that I wrote. That's a powerful ass thing, because when you hear your voice, your conviction in every fucking affirmation that you say, and when you say it with belief and that it's already here now, it's like, yeah, I'm right there. I am happy. I am abundant. I am this. I am strong. I am resilient. I am determined. I am a healer. I am healing myself. Like, you believe that shit. And it's like the power of words, the power of intent on your words, and hearing yourself and playing it back for you. One of the most powerful things I feel like we can do is use our voice. And yeah. I've been wearing my kyanite for like 2 days because my throat and everything has been acting up, and it's like I've really been intentional. And this has been a very powerful week for me anyway. I'm not into like astrology, and I can't tell you about everything like that. That's something I do want to get into for myself, but I don't think I want to be like a spokesperson for that. I follow a lot of people that shed light for me in that area, because I'm not like, I just got into that because it seems so overwhelming for me, and like to know your houses and the placements and other shit. Like I don't even know how to wear it, so I'm not gonna like, you know, try to like teach it to somebody. Like this is shit I do know is those emotions, honey. That's the shit I do know. And I can only speak from my perspective, my experience, and I know some part of this shit y'all understand. So just be there for yourself and be honest. And if you don't know how, that's the thing. I was so like, I'm this type of person where I wanted to skip to the end process. I want to be like, get to that spiritual awakening or that point that I had my shit together and I knew how to do it. Like I honestly went into the spiritual path. I said, well, it ain't that much wrong with me. I literally said that, y'all. I said, it's not that much wrong with me. So this should be a breeze. Like maybe a year, 2 years, I'll be a whole completely different, like owning successful, this, that, like have all my I's dotted, T's crossed, you know, and it'll be that. But I got humbled real quick. I got beaten down real quick to make myself see you don't know a goddamn thing. And you have to start there. It's like you have to be aware that you know nothing. And like the more you know, the more you understand that I understand and I know what I am supposed to know at that time. Don't try to compare and go outside of yourself and like, this person is on their journey, they're doing so much well. It's like that right there is a distraction. That's a distraction that hinders you, that blocks you. It's like you can't see, because if you're focused on someone else, like if you're looking over here, you ain't looking over here. You can't see yourself. You know, it's just common sense. So, but it's a learning process. It's a learning process. It's, you know, patience is necessary. And I think it just shows you that you're not perfect. You don't have it all together. You're figuring it out. And then everybody else is too. And those things that you put up about people, like those ideas that just because your parent is your parent, that they know everything and they know how to do everything right, and that they were never wrong. And then it's like I get to this point now where I'm like, I don't even like to use the words right or wrong, because that sets something in me like I have to do things right. And there's no right way. There's just your way, your perspective, your point of view, your point that you make, your thing that makes you feel good, and that doesn't work for the next person. So I'm not gonna like force anything on anybody and say like, this is what you need to do. I'm just saying, no, this works for me. Like taking time for me to be still, because I overthink a lot. And when I get in this space of overthinking about my fears, then I get paranoid. Then I get like mad crazy. Don't even want to fucking sleep. Like, gotta sleep with the fucking light on or TV on, like shit like that. Or I'm overthinking about a project, and when I'm overthinking and analyzing and want everything to be perfect or my way, my what's the word? Because it's not like a standard. Of course, I like things a certain way, but it's like when you aim for perfection, that's like an unattainable standard. Nothing's gonna be perfect. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. You put your effort and your work and your love into it, and people will notice that shit. So, and then if they don't, like, fuck it, you do. You know what you put in, and it's like you will be rewarded for your work, for your efforts, for your time, for your energy, because that is what matters. That is what it's all about. So, man, just life, just this is what I strive for every day. Having this type of flow, this type of conversation. And I have these words right here. I don't know if you can see them. No, of course you can. I'm gonna read them. It says detaching. Detaching from the things that no longer serve me. Detaching from draining energy. Detaching from limiting thoughts. Detaching from the bullshit. Detaching from the parts of myself that make me believe I'm unworthy, undeserving. Just detaching, period. Detaching from people that don't believe in you. Detaching from the idea that someone else's opinion matters above yours. No. And it's not. Detaching from the idea that doing something for yourself is selfish. No. Flowing. It's okay to flow with yourself. At first when I felt calm, when I felt stillness, it was so fucking foreign. I was like, what the fuck is this? What? This is what it means to be balanced? And it's like, I've never been balanced before. Like, what the hell? Like, you know, and it's just like, and it's like, it's you don't want to go back. Once you start, you don't want to go back. And if you do, it's like it's gonna be that fight. That's when it starts, like that fight between. It's like, you're so like, bitch, how dare you try to go back to this shit? That ain't working. Don't do that shit. So that's when that starts. Consistency. Be consistent. These are words for me though. I'm just saying, I got a story for every fucking one. Consistency. If you don't start, you never see where it goes. If you don't be consistent, you'll never be able to see the progress that it can take, the heights that it can take you to. And, well, yeah, it's going to be execute. And then if you don't do it, like, you're just going to be talking about pipe dreams. They're just going to be pipe dreams. Just dreams. They're never going to leave from the dream state to reality. You got to put in that work. Perseverance. Persevere. When it gets tough, that doesn't mean stop. Curl up in a ball, the fetal position, and die and let it go. That means The universe is testing you. Do you want it bad enough? Do you want it bad enough? You want it the way you say you do? Well, you better get your ass back up, deal with this shit, and then do what you want to do, because you absolutely can. You create whatever the fuck you want. Whatever. Oh yeah, execution. I already talked about that. And intentional action. Those actions gotta be intentional. Whatever you do it from a place of good intentions. Good intentions are things like love, joy, happiness, giving, gratitude, creativeness, just sincerity, like shit like that. Like, pour yourself into every goddamn thing. Like, I'm pouring myself in this goddamn talk. This is like a TED talk today, so I'm gonna wrap it up because that's 17 minutes. And be blessed, stay up, keep going, don't give up, don't give in. If you do though, that's okay. Get your ass back up. Like Cardi said, fall down. I don't know how many times she said fall down, but get up. Yeah, fall down 9 times, get up 8, whatever. Get your ass back up. I believe in you. You can do it. Like, we got this. We got this, because we here. We got this. So I love y'all. Peace. So hey guys, I am coming to you a little later in the day. It's almost noon, so just checking in. I feel, you know, when you have those dreams where you have to kind of consciously, like when you wake up, you have to tell yourself like, okay, I'm over here now, you know, it's time to get up, get into our routine, you know, go wash your face, brush your teeth, you know, use the bathroom, you know, hydrate, get stuff going so you can get to, you know, what you need to do and the task at hand for today. My dreams just showed me just like bits and pieces of like, it was nice to be that person. And whoever, or if I was looking at it from someone else's perspective or something like that, I always assume my dreams are me and that it's, you know, my perspective. But if it was last night, I'm like, okay, I'd rather be that person. Like, I want to draw on those qualities out of that dream and be that person in real life. Because I literally got into, like, it wasn't an altercation, but the fact that I was speaking how I felt about this person, like I was talking, like I was arguing and making sure my point got across. And not the sense of I don't want to argue to get my point across. It's just to speak on what I care about, or to speak up when it's needed for me, and whenever I need to get something off my chest towards somebody, it's like, just say that shit. Like, I want to be able to say it. And it was another part where I was with this guy, or I was mixed up in something, and it was so funny because I was supposed to drive. I was driving this Jeep, like the guy, it was like a criminal, and he was telling me like, because he had to go like shoot someone. I think he was trying to shoot my sister, but it wasn't like my sister today, but it was, you know, sister in my dream. And so I was driving and somebody got in the car. I don't really, you know, too much understand, but anyway, she was like, oh shit, you know, she can't drive, you know, Neva's driving, so we'll be there when we be there. And I was like, bruh, I was like, wait a minute, I can drive. And then as soon as I said I can drive, like we got there like that. So it was just like a blink or something, or a flash, and then we were there. So I know that was me. And then we got to like the hospital or wherever we was, and there's like, I guess that was my little sister or something. I knew a relative, and she was laying in the bed. She was so happy, but she was sick. I knew she was sick, like dying type of sick. She had the biggest smile on her face. She had all of her little stuffed animals and things around her. She just, when I went in the room and saw her, she just had this brightest face, and it just warmed everybody up. Like, nobody felt sad for her. They felt happy, they felt love, they felt joy. And then I guess this was the guy that I came with or something, and then it was like a business call on the phone, and I was like, okay, well, you know, and I put the phone down because I was like, I'm in the hospital visiting or whatever, I'm doing something, you know, busy. And so the guy that came with me, I guess he was like my friend, my just like my fling or boo thing or whatever, and he just picked up the phone and he was like trying to like pitch his ideas too, because he on the business trying to, you know, start up something or whatever. And so I remember I just went over and I just remember nibbling on his fucking shoulder, and not like eating it, but you know, like nibbling it in a like sexual way. And he was this gorgeous dark-skinned man, and I'm just like, what the fuck are y'all doing to me? I love being when I'm in a good space. My love language is like flirtation and like little facial gestures, like winking, touching. I love touch. So that's like my love language, and that's how I would like to be loved in a relationship, on a good, like when I'm feeling good. So yeah, I don't want to hide that part of myself. But outside of that, I was still thinking about that dream when I got up, and I had to just be like, wait, you know, get your attention and, you know, get into the day. And so I was like playing music in the bathroom, in the mirror, and trying to get ready, trying to get in boss mode. Like I played Boss by the Carters. That shit always gets me into this space. It's like, okay, get into your inner boss, do the shit you need to do. So I just, this kind of just like the checking in part, just I guess I want to tell you about my dream. Let's say it's yeah, that's about it.